Karen Reed has officially waived her right to a speedy trial. Apparently, a year ago. Just kidding. I think that Yannetti was just drunk when he wrote this. Maybe him and Karen went out and had 9 vodkas last night. But just imagine if the other side put wrong dates all over a very important document like this. Oh, it would be the conspiracy of the century, let me tell you. The fact that people are careless and drunk and sloppy in this case is kind of par for the course though, isn't it? He was retained as her attorney on January 29th of 2023, a year after John O'Keefe was killed. I don't think so. I distinctly remember him saying, "It was an accident, she loved this man." This motion by David Yannetti talks about the TUI process, and they're still waiting for documentation from the federal investigation. So does this mean that the federal investigation is complete? The TUI process is basically procedures that different law enforcement agencies have come up with to release information to each other, what pieces of information to release, and how you go about it, right? But if it was an ongoing investigation, I don't think that they would release any of it. So does this mean the investigation is complete? And no arrests? There were black helicopters circling Canton last night. The SWAT is coming. This document filed by Yannetti was in addition to the joint motion filed by the Commonwealth and the defense, asking to cancel the March 12th trial date because nobody knows what's going to come out of the federal investigation. Most likely it's going to be a nothing burger, but there's going to be pages of documents that both sides are going to want to pull out pieces. Karen Reed's side is going to pull it out saying, you know, there was questions about the investigation, whether it showed anything or not. The prosecution might pull out pieces that kind of show that it was all part of Karen Reed's misinformation campaign. So the results of the investigation could be a wash. It could just be more BS to listen to at the trial, without really giving anything to either side. In that motion, they're talking about Jen McCabe's Verizon records from January 29th, and I'm not exactly sure what they want from that because I know they had her data, her phone. She gave up her phone that day. So I don't know what the Verizon records are going to show or what they're looking for there. Maybe they're going to try to match up those records to the call log that they extracted and make sure nothing was deleted. I mean, from what we did see in her data, they're grasping at straws at this point. Her heart rate was the lowest it was all day while she was supposedly committing a murder and covering it up, so. The Google search was made hours before the body was found. House long to die in cold. But we already know that they lifted this timestamp deviously from a wall file to pretend that the search happened the night before. They said that she was up all night pacing around waiting for Karen Reed to call, but the data shows that she got up to go to the bathroom one time until Karen Reed called her that morning. But we now know that Karen Reed was the one that was pacing around all night, moving cars around. The bed was never slept in. The defense wants to make you think that this was all orchestrated by Jen McCabe. She kept her heart rate low and she was like waiting by the phone, chomping at the bit, waiting for Karen to call so that she could lead her astray. But Karen didn't even have her phone number. She had to get it by flying into the niece's bedroom like a ratchet out of hell. I don't know, maybe Jen McCabe broke into the garage and took pieces of the taillight out. Maybe Jen McCabe was whispering in Karen Reed's ear, "Call me when you wake up," to brainwash Karen into thinking she hit him. I don't know what the defense is gonna say. At this point, everything that the defense has said about that data has been debunked. They need a whole new defense at this point because it's already fallen apart in the public. And I don't think that they ever expected it to get to trial. They were trying to plant these social media conspiracies in an effort to dismiss the case before it gets to trial because the evidence is overwhelming. This theory doesn't even need a trial to fall apart, so, I mean, we need a new strategy. And Karen Reed is free right now, so why would she be in a big rush to get to a trial where she's probably gonna be found guilty? So it would be nice if we got to see the federal investigation results once that's released, but I highly doubt we're gonna get that raw information. We're gonna see it through motions, so it's always gonna be biased from the defense and the prosecution. We won't really know the facts until trial.
I hit him.